Kurt! How we
Back
doing?
at it again.
How we doing? How we doing?
Man, it was. I got a funny story. So I was given a transmission from another tech who had called out yesterday. And my first knee jerk reaction was like, why am I doing his work? And then, you know, I was pretty negative about it, not vocally, but up here. And so then I started on it this morning, still pretty negative about it. And then throughout the day, um, I was the only one still working while everyone was sitting around. So it was like a blessing in disguise because while the initial thought was, what the heck, what am I doing with this other person's warranty transmission? It ended up paying off because I was at the end of the day making hours and no one else was. So, hey, well, sometimes blessings in disguise.
Yeah, no cap. It is what it is. Yeah. Hopefully, hopefully you
It'll
get
go
good
back
time.
together. Hopefully it
Yeah.
drives, right? That's the
Yeah.
biggest
Hopefully
thing.
it
Is
drives
hopefully
correctly.
the
Hopefully
the
you diagnosed
concern
it correctly. Let's say that.
the concern was sounds like a horn when you put it in drive. It's like meh, and it's the transmission fluid pump making noise, and it's kind of crazy. But how are you, sir?
Good man. Good man. Just besides some chronic dental pain, but we're not gonna address that.
Well, punch in the mouth.
Shop. Yeah, a bunch of mouth issues, but shop's been smooth. You can't see. Well, actually, maybe you can see. I finally decided to get busy and put the TV up. So,
Heck yeah,
guys, the TV
doing
is
that
officially
homeowner
up.
work.
Yes, the TV is officially up, so the fiance can sit on the couch and watch her TV shows and be all happy and happy. So, um, we're doing good in that area. What's a good job I've done this week? Honestly,
Hey,
it's been pretty
it doesn't
chill.
even matter because coming up on our next guest for the day, and talking about what job you've done, is our next guest likes to jump on those jobs.
Hmm.
As she puts it, she will jump on a grenade for her team.
Yes.
So people like
Depends.
yourself and me can do all those jobs that, not necessarily all gravy, but some of the easier ones. And thankfully, the tech JJ the tech we're having on today has got just an unbelievably positive mindset. And so I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited to listen more, hear her out, and just get some real motivation.
100%. I'm super excited to see her, especially a woman in this trade. With her caliber, a wonder in the trade, man. A wonder in the trade. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the WOT Podcast, starring the best co-host duo in the nation. Me and Curtis, of course, we're back at it again with a wonderful guest up above, JJ the Tech. How are you doing? And
I'm
it looks like you
awesome.
have a bit of a fuel coming from your area.
Yeah.
I
It's
guess
definitely been a day.
I guess it's that's why the username is the greasiest monkey. Are you right?
Yes. Yes. I 100% picked that name because somehow, even as an EV specialist, I would find ways to just end up covered in disgusting things. It's a gift. It's a talent, really.
It's a guess. Okay. Hey, guess we wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. I mean, my forearms are filthy and covered in bruises. And yeah,
That's how
that's
we know it's
just
real. That's how we
Yep.
know it's
That's how
real.
I
yeah.
know.
Oh my gosh. So quick story. I'm from ADHD technician land. Quick story. I
All
went
of it.
to our Porsche dealership has the most spectacular cars and coffee once a month. And one time I was there and just started a conversation with this gentleman who was admiring the same beautiful car I was. And he was like, Do you work here? And I was like, well, not here, but I do work for Galpin. I'm a technician. And this guy that I've never met before just reaches out and takes my hands in his hands, and I just so happened to have been doing deep diag that week, so my fingernails were clean and not like they are right
Wow.
now. And he goes, "You're not a technician. You're not a real technician." I I was so shocked that I did not even know how to respond. I think I just looked dumbly at this man, like, "What are you? How? How? The audacity!"
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
like,
clean. Sometimes we get dirty, but clean hands are a good thing. I don't
Yeah,
want to have
bro,
dirty
why
fingers.
would I
they
want to come
are.
home with dirty hands, like, and keep them like that just to tell somebody, "Oh, you're not a tech. Look at my dirty hands."
Yeah, so
That's so
flippin'
funny. That's so
dumb.
funny.
And like I have asked many gentlemen technicians if they have ever had an experience like that in their entire lives,
No,
and so far I have not found any.
no, no one.
I don't
Oh,
know if anybody.
okay.
Anyways,
Te- technically, it's funny. My mother-in-law, she when it went like first one of the first times meeting her, she was like, "Wait, you're a mechanic? Like, why aren't your hands dirty and greasy? Like, why are you so clean?" And so like I understood the stereotype. Is she wasn't like, you know,
that's
she's
funny.
probably used to like, the
That's
backyard
funny.
shops and like them always working
Yeah.
with grease and having their hands completely black. But like we're techs, we're not mechanics, we're
Yeah.
technicians, automotive
Ooh,
technicians.
the
I'm
Yeah, it's
technician
like
versus mechanic
sorry.
yeah, it's like
battle.
get it right. Like, oh, what are you talking about? We're technicians here. We're not mechanics. What the heck?
Amazing.
Sorry.
Amazing.
Master
Ah,
of
I'm so
technique.
excited to be here with you guys. This is great. I love the podcast. I'm stoked to be here.
Well, thank you
Yeah,
very much. I guess we'll
we're happy
start
to
it
have
off.
you.
Oh, go ahead, Curtis. My fault.
No, I was just you run with it, sir. I'm just
Well, to just go ahead and start off, just to get a bit of background of how you even got in the automotive industry. Can you give us a picture about that, or give us a little story?
Absolutely. I still love this story. It helps me remember how far I've come. I am very late to the automotive party. I have tried many different careers. I have many very expensive pieces of paper collecting dust in fancy frames. Um, so uh, Basically, once upon a time, I saw a movie called Rush that probably a lot of your audience is familiar with. It's a movie about the 70s F1 rivalry between Niki Lauda and James Hunt, and ended up going on a deep rabbit hole on internet research, just being so fascinated by the whole thing, and was like, I should try and watch a race. Like, this is fascinating. Forgot all about it. ADHD. And then later on, looking for something to watch, found Drive to Survive, and that was the beginning of my descent into true F1 pandemonium, which just intensified even more when pandemic hit, lockdown, there's nothing to do. So I just fully engulfed myself in F1 fandom, started playing the video game, eventually got like a sim wheel, a stuff. And my husband and I decided that the instant lockdown's over, very first thing, we're going go-karting, because learning about Formula One, you learn that that's how most of these guys start out. So lockdown ends, bam, we go to our local K1 Speed indoor electric go-karts, and I noticed someone holding a really nice Red Bull helmet, like way too nice, like legit Red Bull helmet. Thinking, oh, maybe they're a professional karting driver or something. That's really cool. And then someone else walks up and, they hand them the helmet, and it is Alex Albon, Formula One driver.
oh wow.
Um,
What the
there are
freak?
so few Formula One drivers, past and present, in the world at any one time. And there is one of my favorite ones. He was at the moment in between F1 stints. He was racing DTM. absolutely lost my shit. Realized this guy, he looks like he's the manager, and I wave him over, and I'm like, that's Alex Albon. And he's like, yeah, I know it. You know it. You are the only person here who knows who that guy is. He made sure I got to meet him, and then I immediately demanded a job. At the time, I was at one of the lowest. The cat's destroying something. Perfectly normal. I was at one of the lowest points in my life. I felt very hopeless. I felt unemployable, like just like nothing, like I didn't have a purpose and that I wasn't going to find one. And then this miraculous thing happened, and then they hired me, and I started working on the track, and I just threw myself into the place. And it turned out that they kept trying and failing to hire additional mechanics. They would last like a week and then just no call, no show, and never show up again. So I volunteered and I was like, if you can teach me how to do this. I have no idea how to use tools. I don't know what that thing is. Turns out it's a ratchet. Super helpful. But I would love to learn. And my manager was like, sold. And I just learned on the job from scratch from what sadly turned out to be a really terrible human being who made my life untenable in that place, which I desperately loved it, wanted to keep doing it, but couldn't stand the work situation. Reached out to the internet, awesome networking group on Facebook full of just women, and asked if anyone knew of anywhere in automotive that might hire someone that doesn't know what they're doing and isn't a sexist hellscape. And oddly enough, I got multiple women recommending Tesla. I know. Who knew? But apparently in the shops, pretty decent. Applied for their like technician trainee program and told them, look, I don't know what I'm doing. I severely lack knowledge, but I will 100% more than make up for it with enthusiasm and drive. Like I told the guy I was interviewing with, like, I can show you my step count on my work days, and you can see that I am putting in like 16,000 step work shifts. I will hustle to get stuff done for you. And that's how I started working at Tesla and just kept learning on the job. Got that manager left. He eventually reached back out and headhunted me, basically lured me away from Tesla, started working for Galpin Volvo Polestar. And again, just learning on the job. And then now I've finally gotten a chance to take this incredible opportunity to start wrenching at Galpin Autosports, which some of your audience may know from the last 2 seasons of Pimp My Ride, which was filmed there. Several other automotive shows have been filmed there off and on over the years. It's the home of BB Porsche. Yeah, I am quite possibly the luckiest technician y'all will ever find.
That is insane, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like I am 42 years old. So I started wrenching in 2001 at K1 Speed.
But
So,
you wanted to do it, and you set your
Yes.
mind out to do it, and here you are.
yes. Yes.
Anything is possible, no matter your age, your gender, your knowledge, anything. You can do it if you want to.
It's shocking but true. As long as you're just sort of open to things not necessarily going how you wanted or how you planned, but you keep going, you might realize you took a excessively scenic route, but that you got exactly where you didn't know you needed to be. Yeah, it's been an incredible journey, and I am stupid grateful. And even with all the swearing and the throwing of shop towels, I love my job. Love my job. I love my job.
That's amazing. Like I'm just like I'm still, bro. What? That's crazy, bro. Especially at a shop like that. Like what?
Yeah.
Sheesh, bro. Them sixteen
Yeah.
thousand steps really put you going forward.
Yes.
Hear that,
There
everybody?
is
If you
so
average
much forward.
16,000 steps a day, you're gonna work at some popular automotive shop, and you're gonna make tons of money, and you're gonna be an awesome tech. Just average 16,000. You know, nothing
Oh,
crazy. 16.
I'm known for my work ethic. I'm known for my diligence. I'm not known for my speed because I will refuse to cut corners and I will refuse to ignore problems. And also, I'm still definitely learning. Like, to give you an idea of just how bizarrely large the gaps in my knowledge can be, I was desperately fighting to undo some bolts on a ACC module adjustment, like relocation bracket on an F-150 Raptor yesterday. And I I had gotten to that point where I'm like, okay, I have struggled enough. It's time to ask my lead what the smart way to do this would be. And he comes over with this thing and he's like, well, why don't you just use one of these to get to it? I'm looking at it and I'm like, I have no idea what that is. It's literally just one of the round head, like, hex keys. Didn't know what it was. Had never seen one before. Didn't know what you use them for. That's me. Like, I am still constantly encountering tooling that is standard
Around
for everybody else.
a Torx bit.
Just a hex key that can get at the hex head bolts from an angle.
Oh.
Yes. See,
An Allen
this
swivel.
is sure, that the Chingus.
Well, okay. So I know you mentioned work ethic, diligence, and if I'm right, you're not on flat rate though either, right?
No. So cart track, obviously not a flat rate thing because it's not a traditional. You're basically doing fleet work. Tesla, somewhat famously, is all hourly for technicians. So they have you flag and they have productivity, like, things you must meet or at least get close to. But everyone's hourly. And then with Polestar, because 95% of the work for Polestar is warranty, you basically have to be hourly for that because you will almost never not lose your ass. Do you guys shit? Now
You're
I'm
good.
swearing on your podcast.
You're good.
Okay.
No, you're
Sorry.
good.
Yeah, so I have had kind of a unique experience in technician land from that perspective, in that I have always been hourly. Again, with Volvo Polestar, I was still flagging, tracking my hours.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you need that for the warranty claims. But yeah, and I want to stress, I'm not known for my speed. I am not one of those magical technicians that is just flying through things. But
Yeah.
once I know what I'm doing, I can usually hit warranty time, sometimes get a little bit under, and I will catch things that other people have missed. And I will, like, take the time to make the report so that other technicians now can know what I know, and etc. So I have my strengths, but I also, just how intensely green I am is still definitely there.
I mean, yeah,
Well,
shit. We always
the hourly system has the hourly system has helped you let you be more efficient in those areas without having to sacrifice, like, you mentioned losing time through Polestar because it's all warranty, and I mean, like, that doesn't stop half the brands out there now. They don't seem to care, and the dealerships still keep everyone on warranty or flat rate. So it's kind of like you've got something good and it's nice to see you holding on to it and using it in a way that benefits you, where you're just doing really good, efficient work that helps the technicians for the brand, the technicians for the shop, and people around you. It's like your passion is there without having to just be like, well, my paycheck depends on how many hours I flag today. So
yes.
F everything else. I'm just going to do what I got to do to get through the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
I personally find that, I mean, I'm insanely stubborn, so I would probably stick to it anyways, but I love being able to be just as focused on what's good for the entire shop, what's good for the entire dealership, what's good for the business, instead of just hyper focused on flagging hours. Like, never once have I hesitated to stop and answer a customer's questions if I happen to be the one walking past, or if an advisor comes in and says, hey, this poor customer, they came all the way out here. They literally just, the other shop didn't reset their service reminder. Like, yes, of course, I'll drop everything to just run out there and knock that out. Of course. I do not care that I'm not getting flagged time for it. I'm going to do it. Like, that's the right thing to do. Things like that, like replying to messages and what have you, and going the extra mile. It was a given, you know, and things do work a little differently. I live and work in the state of California, where by law, if you qualify as an employee and not a contractor, you must have at least a California minimum wage hourly paycheck for the hours you're on the clock and scheduled to be. So all technicians in California, and if you are in California and you're listening to this and your employer is not doing this, pay attention. By law, all technicians, mechanics, all of us in California, unless you get to make your own schedule, you get to pick your own jobs, you get to set your own rates, all of that, you are an employee, and that means you should at least be getting minimum wage for all hours you are clocked in, regardless of what you flag, whether there's work or not. That's the law here.
Every time I hear it,
I'm jealous.
Every time I hear it, you know, we have had California technicians on a lot, and every time I hear it, it's like there's lots of ideas and thoughts about California, but as far as technician goes, I think they've got this one figured out, where we could take a page out of their book and be like, yo, we need to use this across the board. And
yes,
you would save so many people such headaches that we all talk about and see on social media.
Yes. And also, like, let's all pretend that we're general managers at dealerships for a moment, and just imagine
my general manager hat.
Yeah. Let's all shit. I'm gonna have to clean myself.
Wait, you cussed. You're not a general manager.
But let's pretend, even though it's rough around the edges, and think of the things that an hourly guarantee frees up your technicians to do, and not feel like I'm being robbed or I'm being asked to do a bunch of stuff for free. For example, inspection videos. Those, you're no longer just doing it for zero pay. You're hourly in that respect.
Now, DJ, what about the hours you sell on those videos?
That's the thing. So the techs that I work with, like, a lot of them are flat rate. They're just flat rate with a guarantee. So if you flag 80 hours in a 40-hour week, you're getting paid 80 hours for that 40-hour week. You just have a guarantee. So if there's not enough work to go around and you're only able to flag 20 hours in a week, you're still going to get paid for 40. because you were there, you were clocked in. That's how it works here.
It is so surprising. I mean, we start by saying I've only ever worked flat rate, and I've just learned to work the system in a way that's beneficial to the customer, the dealership, myself, whoever. So I don't know this, but I think the general consensus is that something like, why is that such a problem to have everywhere else? Like, why is it, like, oh, we can't guarantee you the hours you're there. It's always kind of puzzled me.
Bro,
What
it comes down
other
to money at the end of
profession?
the day, bro.
But
Right, Jen?
what other profession do companies do this to? Where you're expected to be there, like you can't just not show up because the dispatch pile was completely empty the night before and there's only one appointment tomorrow. You can't just not come in without not telling anyone or what have you. You have to be there, but they can have you there at their beck and call without paying you for that time. I mean, you're there with your tools, your knowledge, your physical self. It's not getting any younger. It's it very much grinds my gears, so to speak. And while I do not think you must at least get minimum wage for your 8-hour shift guarantee is going to fix everything. It certainly won't fix things in places where the minimum wage is still below a living wage, let
No cap,
alone
bro. North
below.
Carolina,
Yeah.
725.
Yeah. It also,
Like, bro, what are we
bottom
doing?
line, like you're a technician. You are skilled labor that people absolutely depend on. Like technicians and mechanics are essential.
Wait,
Like I'm in
technicians,
California.
just technicians.
Just
Okay.
just-
Okay. Okay. Calm down.
All right. So
Calm
let me
down.
spin it this way then. If there's a technician out there that's struggling because they're on flat rate and they're struggling,
Mhm.
I know that's not necessarily you, but you seem to have such a positive mindset. What's something that you could tell to maybe that technician that can help them, like maybe just put their best foot forward?
Well, I absolutely am and have been that technician. So, um, when I was at Tesla, I was trained on heavy line. So I was basically dropping battery packs, replacing drive units, doing suspension work, and that's what I was trained to do when I was on heavy line. And then the manager who had hired me had left right around exactly when I got bumped from trainee to technician. And when I got bumped to technician, I was given a flat stall. So, no lift, flat stall. So, all of a sudden, I have gone from learning 100% on the job how to do heavy line, and all of a sudden, now that I'm flagging, I'm getting constantly handed stuff that I have never done before, never seen before, no flipping clue what I'm doing. Like Bluetooth connectivity issues, lots of wind noise, lots of NVH, stuff that I like, window regulators, door handles, no clue. Never seen it, never touched it, never done any of it on any cars, let alone Teslas. And I struggled. Like whenever there was a week where I hit like 60% productivity, I would cry tears of joy. And I absolutely did everything that I possibly could. I did all the online training I could. I grilled my leads. I would show up early and I would stay late, whether I was on the clock or not, either working on something, helping someone else work on something, like just trying to get as much knowledge and experience as possible in my brain. And I could do that there because it was Tesla Burbank. It was open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Busiest service center in the country at that time. And still, I couldn't do it. I could not hit my hours. I just could not do it, no matter how much I put in. And my leads kept telling me, you're doing everything right. You're taking our advice, you're asking questions, you're asking the right questions, and best of all, you're not getting comebacks. You just need more time and you need repetition. You've been a tech now properly on your own for what, 6 months? You need more time. Management didn't see it that way. So I got written up for not hitting my productivity. And I was absolutely devastated. Absolutely devastated.
You had to start crying. I ain't gonna lie, I'll probably start crying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. Like, it was one of those times where I could not even contain it before the meeting ended. Like, I was absolutely beside myself. And I tried to ask my manager, like, well, what do I need to do? Like, what are my action steps? Like, what specifically can I fix? Because I'm already doing this, 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 this. And he's like, well, I mean, they're just, standard labor times. You're a technician. You should be able to do it.
So
So yeah,
like, how'd
yeah.
that go?
So
You left?
fortunately, yes, I left. So, and even more recently with working at Polestar, like being 2 years into working on that brand, still struggle. Like, especially the first time I'm doing something, it'll still be brand new to me. Like, I was the first technician at my location to remove and replace a battery pack on the Polestar 3 when it came out. And the labor time for it, I want to say
5.3.
ooh, it certainly felt like it to me. I want to say the labor time was like 6.7, 6.8. I could
Like
be
France.
lying. And removing and replacing that battery pack took me 2.5 days. 2.5 days. And yeah, so part of it is personal flaws, okay? So when I'm going through instructions and something doesn't make sense, I am stuck there. Like, the way my brain works, like, no, I need that to be a 1 or a 0. This whole neither thing, not working. So I was encountering things like I'm going through the procedure and it's telling me that there's a connector that doesn't exist, does not exist. That the instructions say nothing about this particular component. The instructions left out this like section of bolts that need to be removed, which I
You were
have
on the
never
wrong
seen
year model.
before. Yes, yeah, essentially yeah. So there was a lot of that going on, and I struggle with that. And that's my problem. Granted, one would hope that you would get accurate instructions that depict the vehicle you're actually working on instead of freaking out thinking you've left something disconnected and you've lost that connector in the sauce somewhere. Meanwhile, it turns out it just isn't on that car. But that's a reality. Like, that's something that I still struggle with. And I don't always know the right tool to take a situation from a 15-minute problem to a 2-minute problem. So, to literally any technician out there struggling, if you are putting in your maximum effort, if you're doing everything you have the bandwidth and ability to do, and you are still not hitting those times, if you're not hitting expectations, I am begging you to not despair. Okay. Let me pretend to be your technician grandma for a moment and hang in there. Okay. You're doing great, sweetie. There are people out there whose skills do not line up with the traditional technician ideal. and that is still valuable. And there are employers that see that. You must find them, and you must not give up. If I had given up, I don't even want to think about where I would be right now. I'd probably be at like Jiffy Lube and bored as hell because I can't handle doing the same repair all day, every day. I'm not built for it. It would kill my brain.
If it's different vehicles, it's not the same repair.
That's true, but I think it would make me a very sad technician. Like I love that, like on even the Polestars, I was constantly doing things that I had never done before and finding problems and solutions that I never had before. And I loved that. Like the deep diag mystery solving on the Polestars, especially when a new model would come out and no one has any flipping clue what's going on. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Impressive.
But if you looked at my work on paper by just the numbers,
oh yeah, you was cooked.
I was absolutely cooked.
Yeah,
I was well done, like way beyond medium rare. But I had management that recognized the things that I was doing as valuable. Like I would look for grenades to fall on because I know, like, I don't have kids. I have cats. I don't have a mortgage. I don't have a car payment. So I'm looking at the dispatch pile and I'm thinking about my guys that are flat rate that can rack up hours and thusly afford to have a family and a house in the Los Angeles area. And I will grab the things that are obviously just not efficient from a flagging perspective. Like I would go in and be like, okay, well, those are a couple of CP jobs. So I'm going to take this warranty wiring harness recall and take care of that so someone else can grab the CP work. I'll be the one that sucks it up and dumps the science experiments out of the mop buckets because those guys need to flag. I'm going to take care of that.
Take it for the team. You took one for the dealership.
Yes.
I know your spouse had to be like the most supportive human being on earth to even like, especially because like after COVID, like already kind of like you stated your age and it's already like, oh, it's like out of nowhere you get this drive and passion to where you're like, I want to become like a technician. I want to work on cool cars and stuff. I know that would like to many people that'd be like, what? Like what's going on? What is this? So like that's
Yes.
awesome. That's amazing.
Yes. I 100% have the most incredible, amazing, supportive spouse on the face of the planet. No lie. He is incredibly patient. Like I literally had given up a on paper more lucrative job that was basically giving me an absolute mental breakdown and was totally untenable. And then when I finally did get another job, it was the minimum wage job at the kart track. And he never batted an eye. Not through any of that. He was 100% supportive the whole time. Like when I said, I'm going to leave Tesla and go do this other thing, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to succeed at a dealership. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. It's going to be a much more high pressure environment, higher expectations, even more fast paced than Burbank. Like I'm jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire. For all I know, I'm going to end up unemployed in a few months because I can't do it. And he was like, no, you'll be fine. And if it doesn't work out, then they're idiots. Fuck them. You'll be fine.
True.
Never any hesitation with any of this. He is amazing. And fortunately, we have grown together kind of in the same direction. So he's also gotten deeper and deeper into automotive stuff over the years. He's currently, he's film industry in general, but he's become a fully certified precision driver. So if you've seen any Toyota commercials over the past 2 years, you've
Like
probably
freaking
seen
kidding me.
him driving in Toyota commercials and not even known it.
For
Um,
real. What in the
and
world?
yeah, he just started working part-time at World of Racing in Pasadena, which is an
Yeah, I've heard of that.
incredible top-tier sim racing venue. So he's over there like putting in like better than everybody else lap times and working with sim enthusiasts and
Wait, celebrity couple?
except that he would very much prefer that nobody notice him, pay attention to him ever. Whereas I'm like, hi,
Hi, it's me.
let's be friends. Can we talk about cars? Let's talk about cars.
Perfect
Wait, you only
dynamic.
care what color they are? Fine, fine. We can do that. I could talk about car colors all day. Let's go.
That's hilarious.
Just shows how important it is to have like a supportive partner, spouse, whoever, even just a person. Doesn't have to be someone.
Yes.
It could just be a
Yes.
friend or a sibling, a mother, father,
Yes.
somebody. And it's so
Absolutely.
important to have somebody that's got your back no
Absolutely.
matter what.
Absolutely. And like it goes beyond that too. Like having leadership at your work that's actually effective and that you actually feel supported and valued. I can tell you definitely going from Tesla, where at that time I had a service manager with a background in bartending. He is extremely smart, bless him, but I'm just pointing out his previous experience had zero like automotive. And then a location GM who previously ran Amazon warehouses, no automotive experience, and a region manager, also Amazon warehouses, zero automotive experience. Going from that environment, the way my personal Tesla location was under that leadership, to Galpin, where the COO, the owner, certified car guy, like certified intense car guy. Like my service manager, master technician and shop foreman right up until he became service manager. Like I am working with and for car people at my company. There are people in that C-suite who started at that company as porters. Now, is the company I work for perfect? No. Am I coming off as a bootlicker right now? Probably, because I guarantee you there are also plenty of people who would tell you they had a terrible experience at my workplace. I know it's out there.
Before before we go too much further, there's something you said there. We don't talk enough about the good stuff that shops and dealerships are doing. It's so easy to talk about the bad.
Mhm.
Whether you're a brown noser or not, you've had a good experience, and that is all that should matter. It was your experience, and it's been good. So keep just piling it on, because it proves there's no place is perfect. No place is going to give you everything, but you're there, you're happy, and you just listed so many reasons why you want to be there and you want to continue working for those people.
Yes.
And then you also like, it's not perfect, but yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I love to hear that kind of stuff because we don't talk about it enough.
Yes, I agree. And I think that goes for also like the little things that we can control, like something that all my higher ups at Galpin will tell you, that I have this habit of just popping in and being like, hi, sorry, just need 1 minute of your time. Just really wanted to shout out the fact that my lead, Daniel, top notch. Like he is somehow managing to both push me, set high expectations, and yet be intensely supportive and patient. And like, I don't feel like the world is going to end because it took me 4 hours to do a 2-hour job. like, he's doing a really good job. He's always, like, making jokes and lightening things up, but still keeping on you about, like, when's the car gonna be done? But doing it in a lighthearted, fun way. And also, like, turn those L's into lessons. That's been burned into my brain. He says that all the time. Turn those L's into lessons. So, like, I'll do that. I'll be like, "Hey, just so you know, these other 2 techs, they really helped me out this week. Like, they just dropped what they were doing to answer my question and help me." Like, I will take the time to pop into my manager's office and tell him these things. Partially because I know he's probably only hearing from most of us when shit goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So, I try and go out of my way to point out, like, "Hey, that guy needs a raise. That guy needs a raise. He is worth his weight in gold. Like, just know that." So, yeah, I think it's very important to not just leave the positive things hanging. Like, call them out. People don't know what works and what doesn't without feedback. So,
Very true.
give it. Give it.
Very true.
Yeah. Whew.
You got it
What
off your
next,
chest.
guys?
It's good.
I know. I've did. Whew, what tangent do we want to go on next?
Okay. Jay, do you have any? Do you have? I have something, but Jay, I feel like you should tee you up, man. What you got? What's on your mind? Looks like you're thinking.
Well, I mean, it seems like every workplace and shop you've been to is like instant 50+ unit and team cohesion and camaraderie, like a camaraderie booster immediately. That's a lot of. I mean, a lot of shops need that, especially a lot of shops have too many like negative people all working together, nobody really looking out for each other. Especially with you taking one for the team, for like the guys who flag, like shoot, it'd be me and Curtis trying to flag 70, 80, 90 a week, and it'd be, thankfully someone like you, trying to grab all the suck.
It's me. I am the help. Yeah,
Hey,
I mean,
you want to lose your 2 weeks on I don't know, some wiring harness dag. Thank you, bro.
Yep.
I'm gonna go hit them control arms now. See ya.
Yep. Like I have literally gone up and taken stuff from people before and be like, "No, I already know good and well I can write the report faster and with less typos. Just give me that one. You go do the other thing. Just give it to me. I'll make it go away. I'll take care of it." But yeah, I'm kind of getting a little like warm and fuzzy thinking about it. Like I just made a post about this on my Instagram. Basically, like I said, I'm brand new to Galpin Autosports. I've never worked at an independent shop before. I have professionally hardly ever worked on internal combustion engine cars. So I am in a whole new world in so many ways. And I had myself a week like from hell, essentially, in terms of I just kept making mistakes, like doing things that just left me so disappointed with myself and upset and, feeling like the worst technician in the world. And like, there's no way. Just, I am 100% made of imposter syndrome. Like, I'm talking, I had an oil change come back on a tow truck. Like, I was having a very bad week. A very bad week. Everything was going wrong. Dumb mistakes. All lessons, but dumb mistakes. And on the following Monday morning, the first thing I did is I went into my general manager's office. And like, this is the guy who initially hired me at Tesla. He's now my boss at Galpin Autosports. And I went in and I was like, "Hey, I just need you to tell me why you hired me at GAS. Why did you want me at Galpin Autosports?" And first of all, he just looks at me and makes an awesome sarcastic joke that I can't remember right now, but it was good. He would very much want me to tell you that it was good. And then he was like, I sure as heck didn't hire you because you already know everything or you know what you're doing. I have a shop full of guys that know everything. I already have that. I hired you because of your enthusiasm, because of your passion, because of your drive, and because of what you're doing right now, sitting here asking for this reminder and caring so much about the work that you do and getting better and doing it better and not settling. That's why I hired you. And that's exactly what I needed. So that's what I bring to the table. I will absolutely not know what that thing is called, and I will have to borrow your tools to get something done, and I will ask questions that seem absolutely ridiculous to most technicians. But I will do it all with a smile on my face and being a weirdo and cracking jokes and getting way too giddy excited when things that blow my mind roll into the shop, or when I get to go do a 20-mile test drive in a dark horse. I will freak out, and I will try my damnedest to make that enthusiasm as contagious as possible. I try and be a cheerleader for everyone else as much as I try and be one for myself. So, again, back to technicians who might be struggling. Find your enthusiasm, find your passion wherever it left you. Go back, find it, and just let it out.
Keep pushing.
Keep pushing. Like, I think one of the biggest reasons for me still moving forward at Galpin. Yes. Keep pushing. I wish I could say I came up with it. It's 100% a Lewis Hamilton reference. The GOAT. Don't even try and argue with me.
The GOAT.
The GOAT. But shoot, I lost my train of thought. Too busy thinking about Lewis Hamilton now.
It's because you said an incorrect statement.
Oh, you are not a Max fan, are you?
I don't think Jay watches Formula One.
Yeah, I just wanted to rage bait.
God damn it. Too easy to do with me. Too easy to do. Okay, well, my train of thought has definitely left the station. I don't know where I was going with
Curtis
that.
snitched on me.
Yeah. Man, that's just, it's so true. It's really very deep and emotional what you said, and I think it's like hard to like kind of follow that up, I guess, with something more meaningful. So you're at Galpin, and I was gonna say what's in the future for you, but it sounds like just living your best life at Galpin is in the future.
Yeah.
So I guess how does social media kind of start up for you?
Oh, gosh. Oh, first, I remembered the other thing. I remembered it. So I'll tell that story super quickly. Basically, Galpin has a car show every year. It's incredible. And it happened 2 weeks after I first started at Galpin, period. So no one knows who I am. Just got there. Hardly anyone's met me or worked with me yet. But I end up helping with the car show because, yes. And basically by the time the car show was over, pretty much every single person who is anyone within the Galpin Motors company knew who I was because I was running around just freaking out about cars, freaking out with people, to people, at people about cars, losing my mind, ending up getting invited to the VIP thing in the Aston Martin vault, where someone handed me a free glass of champagne. So now I'm really freaking out about cars with people, at people, whether they want me to or not. like that is the day that the owner of the whole company learned my name, and he's clearly known it ever since. He always says hi to me. So never underestimate the value of just letting your enthusiasm be out there. Don't worry about looking like an idiot, getting your knees dirty down on the ground, looking at Ferrari suspensions in front of, C-suite people at your company. Just do it. Like I cried when the LFA pulled up. People saw it. It's a thing. Now I'm known for it. Okay, social media. Social media. So I actually have a background in communication. My first bachelor's degree is in communication studies, emphasis in public relations. Pacific Lutheran University, go Lutz. And so that kind of like message crafting is something I've always really enjoyed. I just clearly didn't really take well to desk work and the professional full-time application of said things. So social media stuff has always kind of been a hobby for me. I've got, just like careers, I've got a trail of abandoned accounts of various sorts behind me. So when I was at Tesla, it wasn't really an option to be creating content about what I was doing because the rules and the NDA and all that is extremely strict. Extremely strict. And my job was my life, was not going to risk that. But once I got to Galpin, I started asking and testing the waters. And plus, I'd be, learning how to do a PDI on a Polestar 2. And next thing I know, I would hear this glorious noise. And there's this RWB Porsche in the next row of stalls. And then there's this one of one Sultan of Brunei fully custom Aston Martin shooting brake just there. And so I was asking, like, what can and can't I do? And I was kind of encouraged to just go for it. And I really wanted to make car friends. And I thought that creating a social media account around my automotive stuff would help me do that. And so I just started making stuff and posting. And lo and behold, now I have a podcast that I do with automotive friends that I have made because of my Instagram. I've gotten invites to events because of my Instagram. I'm here talking to you guys because of my Instagram. Because I'm just as ready to make a fool of myself on the internet as I am freaking out over cars at work. And people seem to enjoy it. And I just really get a kick out of it. It's fun to share that stuff and the act of creating and editing and picking out shots and all that. I just find it very satisfying. And it's kind of a fun combination of all my past lives, uh, including social media management and professional graphic design and working in film and television briefly and all of that. So, yeah. And
It allows you
fortunately,
to be
my
you.
employer is really into it. Yeah. They see my stuff as an asset. So I won the flippin' lottery. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
indeed.
Yeah. I love it.
Social media is an asset to your shop. Who would have
Yes.
thought that could
Who
be
knew?
used that way?
Oh yeah, Curtis, your
Wait.
old dealer. Oh, your old dealer thought the same thing.
Wait. People
Well,
pay
maybe.
influencers to talk about their business?
Hey, I will say I'm thankful
What?
that my current dealership, I haven't been allowed to share their name yet, but we're making progress. I think it will only be a matter of time
Nice.
before they see the value in it and what it brings. So, I'm
I
thankful I can
love
post and
the
show.
Car Wash Chronicles, by the way. The Car Wash Chronicles, top tier story content. I have been enjoying those. I love it. That's
It
great.
is such a waste of time. It's not a waste of time for what it is, but for a flat rate technician, it's a waste of time. So I thought,
Yes.
what's a way that I could use this time besides just sitting here, like waiting for this car wash? And I was like, well, I could just tell people about my day or whatever. And so, yeah, it just kind of share whatever. It's
It
kind of fun.
works. It
Yeah.
works. I usually that's kind of why I have this thing that I tend to do. Just my, good morning, internet, and then launches into whatever story there is to tell. Because when, for a while there, I think like the last year almost, probably like 9 months that I was with Volvo Polestar, we spent in a brand new building that had many wonderful things about it, but it was it was just shy of 3/4 of a mile from our parking area. So I would have these nice long walks to and from the shop from where I would park. And so those tended to be let's just look like a weirdo talking to my phone as I'm walking down the sidewalk, little opportunities. So, yeah, make use of the time. It's great. But also, why are they having technicians do that? Do y'all not have porters?
Yeah, I know,
Like,
right?
I'm
Like
confused.
my old deal. I mean, like before my shop, they used to have us run it through a car wash too. But like,
Oh my
I ain't gonna
God.
lie, like I never ran my car to a car wash. Like I would just give it. You run through a car wash? I'm like, oh no, I forgot, my fault, bro. You probably gonna have to do it, or the porter is. And eventually, enough of us did that to where porter car wash. Like that's just how it's been now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My work
I
is not going to want to pay my hourly rate for someone to just like go through the drive-through car wash. There's no way.
We're working on it. Let's just say is there's a reason that they brought me in there based off of the history I have with them, stuff that I talk about on social media, things that I discuss with them about efficiencies. So it's just in like analyze mode, taking notes, writing things down, and not just complaints, but how can those processes be better? Because I could list 30 things to complain about, but if I don't come to the table with any solutions, and how are they going to get fixed? So I'm just kind of working on those things, and in about a couple months, I'll go to the table and have a discussion and say, how can this be better, and how can we use our time and our staff/effort to get this so the technicians can use their time to fix cars versus car wash
Hell
and
yeah.
stuff like that. But
That's so exciting though. Like what a wonderful sign it is for an employer to kind of seek out someone to bring in based on wanting their feedback and wanting someone to help improve and make changes and provide a different fresh viewpoint. Like I love that. That is really exciting. I
it
hope
it
Yeah. I hope this
really
becomes a really good example for other employers that there are different ways to do this. It
Yes,
is
yeah
possible to have a profitable business and happy technicians.
that's exactly what I
It
was gonna say.
is
Happy employees.
possible. It is possible. Are they going to be happy all the time? No, there has to be room for the swearing and the throwing of shop towels. That's a requirement. But I know I always go home feeling valued and important and fairly compensated. It's possible. I mean, Galpin has the number one Ford dealership in the world. Was it last year that we got that back? I think it might have been last year that we got that title back.
Yeah.
So Galpin finds ways to do well. And granted, if I had a conversation with some of the Ford technicians, maybe their experience is wildly different than mine. I am sure there is quite a bit of culture difference between a Ford shop and the Volvo Polestar shop. But
Yeah, it's definitely possible. It's not talked about enough. And as we kind of get to the end here, JJ, is there anything that you wanted to talk about specifically that we haven't, or maybe questions you have that we can, ask for Jay or I or anything like that?
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to. I should have. I had plenty of time to prepare. I should have prepared that part. I guess as just one of the things that I do a lot and really lean on is understanding that other technicians have so much valuable experience that I do not. So I would love to know if you have any general tips and tricks for one of my biggest particular struggles, which is the tool cart organization and what it just I keep trying different things and it keeps just absolutely going to hell in a handbasket. Like I'm I'm very bad at organization, period. Okay. The neurodivergence is so strong with this one. Um, but tell me your like top tier. How do you make sure the tool cart remains a help and doesn't become a liability because it's just become chaos?
I'll give you like the budget version. A bunch of Amazon organizers. You can buy the ones that like it's kind of like a plastic board, and you kind of put the half inches, the 3/8, the quarter sockets or quarter whatever, and you drill them in there or you screw them in there, and it kind of organizes itself. And you also would like a tool cart with slow close drawers, because like when we're moving fast, like we're gonna like sling the drawer, and that's why like, everything falls over.
Okay.
Either you yourself.
I have one of the what brand is it? I think it's Mac, and it's not like a chest style one. It's literally the like black plastic indestructible carts. So I have a lower shelf and then I have an upper shelf. So I have a small toolbox, which fortunately my employer provided for me because I've never had to have my own toolbox before. Tesla provided them and Volvo had built-ins. Um, so, but the cart, like, I know it can be a huge time-saving asset, but it just, no matter what I try, it always seems to devolve into chaos during the job and during the day.
You gotta have organizer stuff from Amazon. Like
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
Okay. I'll
Kurt.
keep trying more. Like I have
Right.
socket organization going on there, like, and I try and pick out my most used sockets, which is hard to do when like today, for example, like going from working on a Dodge 3500 to a 1974 Bronco. Mm. So I don't know. It just ends up becoming chaos throughout the day. I just start throwing things into the top of it, and then next thing I know, it's just looks like a child's bedroom. Just
I thought you were just going to
toys
say,
everywhere.
I thought you were going to say, I just like throwing things. And that was the end of the sentence.
I mean, I do, but that's where the shop rag throwing comes in. I keep myself just throwing shop rags because it makes you look insanely silly trying to throw a shop rag in rageful anger. So it diffuses whatever rage you have and hopefully gives someone a giggle and then you can move on. Anyways, I digress.
I usually try to make sure my tools are put away after each job for the roll cart, because it's easy to like just pile on 3 jobs worth of tools, and then before you know it, you don't know where your stuff is. That's probably because I used to have a roll cart at my old dealer where they had built-ins, but now I bought like one of those like gear wrench like platforms that you have, like it's kind of like just a tall roll cart, if you will. And so I've just, every time I do a job, like I'll put my tools on there, do the job, and then I come back, either I'll put them on my toolbox or in my toolbox. So if I'm like rushing, I'll clean my roll cart and just set everything on top of my toolbox. But if I have time, I'll slide it into drawers back where it goes before I
Okay.
start the next one.
I wonder how much of the issue is the fact that every single job I go into, I have no idea what I need and what I don't need.
That probably is a big part because Curtis has been a
Oh,
Toyota and Audi technician, and he knows what he's about to get. Never been a Toyota tech.
yeah.
I know what I'm about to get into.
Yeah. I feel like when I was still at Polestar, it was finally starting to get a little bit better. Like the tool cart would stay somewhat organized because like I knew what I was going to need for any given job, just sort of based on the model and the general area I was dealing with. And now, like, I keep like go into a job and be like, oh, yeah, no, all of this is useless. All of this is absolutely useless. This car has SAE stuff. All of the tools on this cart are useless.
I in a sentence or two, just to top it off here, what's one piece of advice you'd give a new technician entering the field?
The advice that I would like to give new technicians would be to learn how to fail. Um, I think failure is kind of, in a way, the key to moving forward. Because, first of all, if you are never failing, then you clearly are not pushing and you're not growing and that's not going to get you anywhere. So, in that way, failure is important because if you're never failing, you are stagnating and you're not doing yourself any favors. Failure is also important in how do you deal with failure? Do you know how to move on from failure? Do you know how to not give up when you fail? Do you know how to understand that failure is important and valuable and part of the journey? It is so important. And also, failure is not, there's the cat destroying things again. Failure is very serious and it isn't an endpoint. You failed at that one thing. That you failed at that one repair, that one job, that one like week of flagging. You didn't fail as in you lost. It's not over. That one failure doesn't define anything unless you let it become an end. Even if you had a failure that resulted in you being terminated from a job, okay? That doesn't necessarily mean that's the end of you, the end of your career, that you yourself are a failure. That is just one failure. It doesn't mean you have to stop. It doesn't mean everything is over. Keep going. That doesn't mean do the exact same thing you were doing over again. It means you take that failure and you make sure that you are not going through that disappointment, embarrassment, pain, sadness, suffering for nothing. Take it and turn those L's into lessons, as my lead Daniel would want you to know. Just keep going and don't be so afraid of failure. I have somehow managed to scrape together a career that I love and that I look forward to legitimately every day that I wake up and go to work because I forced myself to just play fake it till you make it and do the scary things. Like I just kept saying, I'll do it. I don't know how to do it, but I'll figure it out. I'll do it. I have no idea how to use that massive, scary sawzall, but I'll figure it out. I'll find a way. I'll learn. You just don't be scared of failure. Don't let failure go to waste, and don't let it keep you from getting where you want to go. Just
Yeah,
keep going and use that. It's
I
it
think you said
You gotta
Fail
keep
upward.
going. Yes, fail upward. Keep going, and understand that you will keep failing. Because if you're not, then you're not changing, you're not growing, you're not really accomplishing anything. Keep going. Grab that scary repair that no one in your shop has done and no one has any idea how to do. Just just flip and go for it. Take it. See what happens.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Might end up working with me at Galpin Autosports, where you're constantly distracted by far too many Ford GTs and various other things.
That's hilarious.
Ridiculous.
Really
Yeah.
appreciate you, JJ, spending the time with us, talk with us, share your
Yeah.
story.
100%.
Be
Thanks for
extremely
having me.
motivational.
I hope some of that is useful, entertaining, all of the above. And if it
Oh.
was, feel free to come hang out with me on my other podcast, which is the Flag Time podcast.
Yeah.
With Eric and
Where
Sterling.
can people find like where's that at? What's your Instagram? Put all those in. Let's make sure people can come find you.
Absolutely. If you specifically want to follow my bizarre adventures in automotive, fuck around and find out. I am at the greasiest monkey, all one word, on Instagram. That's the best place to find me. Yeah. Oh, see,
I'll
that's
also
me and
put it-
Alex Albon pinned
I'll-
in up there.
I'll put it in a description too,
Cool.
so people can link it.
Yeah. And then the podcast is called the Flag Time Podcast. It's an automotive service podcast where we talk a lot about not that, a lot of tangents. But it's me and my two co-hosts, Eric, who basically is the dad of the whole podcast, and Sterling. And you can find the Flag Time Podcast by just searching for it anywhere you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Music, etc. It's all over the place. And we're also, of course, on Instagram at Flag Time Podcast.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
To us and many other people, it's going to be very useful information, especially to new techs coming in or techs that are going through a week where they're dropping drain plugs or messing things up. So.
Yes. I literally caught myself on video managing to drop the top half of my pocket screwdriver into the shadow realm from the top of the Dodge 3500 today.
Oof.
So gotta love it when the little magnet just like, who knows where it stuck, but it's somewhere between the top and the bottom. Let's go find it. So yeah, look forward to that.
Wait, did you find it?
I did. I
Okay.
lucked out. I severely lucked out.
I have lost tools that I could not find, and I've wasted time, and then I'm just like, well, I'm letting the socket go. That screwdriver is going to live in that car forever because I cannot find it. I'm like,
absolutely. Somewhere out there, if anyone in Polestar land ever finds a Capri shallow 10 millimeter and shallow 13 millimeter, it was me. Those are mine. I already replaced them, but those are me. They disappeared in a Polestar somewhere. Long ago.
Just rattling in the body chassis going forward when they're braking, going reverse.
See, that's the thing, though. I know that they're not, because a Polestar customer would have turned right back around and been like, noise, there's noise. Any EV customer, EV drivers, they notice noises immediately, and they will tell you about them.
Oof. Same here for Toyota.
Woo!
Yeah.
Go hybrids.
Yep, go hybrids indeed.
Yes,
Toyota
Toyota supremacy. Not that I'm obsessed with my MR2 or anything. Okay, you guys will never be able to end your podcast episode at this rate. You're just gonna have to just like get out the hook and pull me off the stage. You're not gonna be able to shut up otherwise.
Well, that's cool that it's an MR2 with the 1ZZ. That's pretty cool. But
One's easy for now.
One's easy for now.
For now.
Terpsky on the way. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been another wonderful episode on the Watt Podcast starring JJ the Technician. Thank you very much for being on here and being our guest. If you don't have anything for me, I have nothing else for you. Ladies and gentlemen, see you next time.
Yay, thanks, bye.